Namandavts, 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 namandavts.
Good morning.
Good
My name
morning.
Call and response. Okay, my name is Jeff, and I would like to thank you for attending this morning's combined Dharma, Family, and April Shotsky Memorial Service. Reverend Kuhara will begin the service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kuhara will strike the bell, and we will sit for 1 to 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service.
Namandavts, namandavts, namandavts. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandavts, 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 namandavts. Namandavts.
Reverend Kuhara will now chant the Shishin Rai, which is on page 29 of the Purple Service Book. He will then offer the dedication, or Yobyakumon, and read the Shotsky names. Following the dedication, Reverend Kuhara will chant Amida Kyo, which is on page 101 of the Purple Service Book. During the chanting, the Shotsky families are invited to offer incense.
Namandavts, namandavts. Shishin Keirei Namo Shochiu Shishin Keirei Namo Shochiu Shishin Keirei Namo Shochiu So. Dedication, Hyobyaku. Today, on this occasion of April Shotsky monthly memorial service, we gather at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple to remember our family members and friends who pass away in the month of April. The end of life is inevitable for all beings. We may recognize the truth of Buddha's teaching that everything in this world is impermanent. And yet, as we grieve the parting of our dear loved ones, we find it difficult to accept this truth in our hearts. With great compassion, Amida Buddha established a vow to lead all sentient beings to the realm of nirvana upon their departure from this world and bring about their attainment of the highest enlightenment and complete liberation from suffering in samsara. Because of this vow, they have now become enlightened ones or Buddhas who compassionately embrace and guide us on our journey to liberation from suffering. May we encounter the guidance of the Buddha and deepen our appreciation of the Buddha's compassionate benevolence. May we remember with gratitude all we have received from the deceased and reaffirm that we continue to spiritually receive the guidance within their embrace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman Da 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 Butsu. So now I will read the names of our Dharma friends who passed away in the month of April. Shigetaro Adachi, Kinoe Adachi, Flora Tatsue Adachi, Yoshino Ariyoshi, Douglas Itsuki Ariyoshi, Nobuko Mei Asami, Jun Michiko Chikasue, Sadako Delcol, Jack Shigetaro Ehara, David Flores, Dirk Sei Fujii, Hiroshi Fujikawa, Juzaburo Furuzawa, Rose Annette Gervais, Toshiko Tomaru Goodman, Takekuni Hino, Yoshio Hiramoto, Hisako Hazama Hirose, Hiroichi Hishida, Toyoe Ichiyasu, Soka Ikemoto, Chiyo Ishikawa, Kanzo Iyama, Lily Kagawa, Michael Masayuki Kanesako, George Kako, Takeo Katayama, Kikutaro Kimura, Shunta Marubayashi, Chiyomi Masuda, Emiko Masunaga, Kimiyo Matsui, Tsutomu Matsumoto, Hideaki Matsunaga, Victoria Mizuhara, Torao Tony Mizusaki, Toshio Morishita, Roy Sadayoshi Mutobe, Arthur Hajime Nakamura, Virginia Tomie Nakaso, James K. Nishimoto, Ryu Oishi, Joe Oishi, Makitaro Sakaki, Jun Mutsuko Sano, Ron Sasaki, Shoichi Sawada, Matsutaro Takemori, Masae Takeshita, Hideo Taketa, Mieko Taketa, Kenichi Tokuyoshi, Yoshimi Toyota, Alice Toshiko Tsukimura, Baby Boy Umawatari, Izumi Ueda, James Wakida, David Susumu Watanabe, Takeo Yamada, Emiko Yamaguchi, Hisao Yamaguchi, Sachiko Yamasaki, Yonosuke Yokoyama, Katsuji Yokoyama, Hideichi John Yoshida, Hisao Yoshimura. So those people will be remembered during today's Shotsuki monthly memorial service. So now we will move on to sutra chanting Amida Kyo, which starts from page 101. And you can read a brief explanation of this sutra on page 101. And then you are welcome to join sutra chanting, which starts from page 103. And you can also silently follow the English translation at the bottom of each page. Okay. And then during the sutra chanting Amida Kyo, Shotsuki families, you're welcome to do an incense offering. Namman Dautsu, Namman Dautsu, Namman Dautsu. Sutten Amida Kyo, Nyoze Gamon Ichiji Butzai Shae Kok Gijuki Kodoku On Yodai Bikushu 1250人区海税大あらか中小知識長老者利本マカ目見連マカカシマカカ千年マカクチラリハタシュリハンダガナンダアナンダラゴラ標本ハダイビンズルハラダカルダイマカコヒンナハクラアヌルダ妙税と初代弟子病床菩薩マカサツ文殊シリ法王子愛多菩薩賢高大菩薩上昇神菩薩陽尿税と初代菩薩牛釈大観音と無料商店大祝二次仏語長老舎利法十税裁縫果十万の区分道右世界妙圧極楽合同右仏語阿弥陀根源在説法舎利法非道が公明意極楽合国修女無宿単樹昇楽公明極楽舎利法極楽国道七十乱十七十羅網七十五十海税司法主総意尿税公費国明圧極楽右舎利法極楽国道右死ポチ白毒水十万号中地体十二根社富士四辺街道金言ルリハリゴ上上ウロ各薬医金言ルリハリシャコ釈主名の二号直視地中蓮華大尿車輪小式小公王式王公釈式釈公白式白公未妙公家舎利法極楽国道上十尿税空毒将軍空舎利法非仏国道上差天学黄金二次中夜六時二右曼荼羅家五国修上上位昇太各位英国上昇妙家空用他法十万の区仏即位直次元東本国凡直教業舎利法極楽国道上十尿税空毒将軍武士舎利法非国上右主十奇妙雑式市長白 国弱オムシャリ下領便が愚名市長税商首長中夜六時水和下音五音年長五根五力七宝大分八正道分尿税東方合同修助門税王に開始年仏年法省シャリ発尿物医師長実税財宝少々少医者が非仏国土無三幕主シャリ発合仏国土小無三幕道司名画教宇実税少首長改税阿弥陀仏翼両法音泉流変化少佐シャリ発非仏国土未不水道小法五十牛法ラモ未表すび四非尿百戦十学同時空差門税王社開示年上年仏年法年相死神シャリ本合仏国土上寿尿税功徳将軍シャリ本お尿意運が非仏が皇后阿弥陀シャリ本非仏光明無量生じ報告無償証下税合意阿弥陀ウシャリ本非仏寿命有合人民無料無辺阿葬儀公公明阿弥陀シャリ本阿弥陀仏成仏以来王根実行ウシャリ本非仏無料無辺正門弟子大あらかん非税三十四小の地消防殺種薬部尿税シャリ本非仏国土上寿尿税功徳将軍ウシャリ本極楽国土修上昇者改税阿弥バッチ五中他ウ一生不詳五主人他非税三十小の知識単価無料無辺阿葬儀公正シャリ本修上門者応答本願願消費消費者が特用尿税症状善人空営一生シャリ本不可一生前後福徳因縁特消費国シャリ本脈善難死善用に門説阿弥陀仏修持名号脈一日脈二日脈三日脈四脈五日脈六日脈七日一心不乱五人臨妙十字阿弥陀仏幼少修上現在午前善人修持神父天道徳徳往生阿弥陀仏極楽国土シャリ本崖税理公摂死後脈修上門税摂者応答本願消費国土シャリ発尿が根者三段阿弥陀仏不可思議功徳逃亡薬部阿宿美仏趣味総部大趣味仏趣味公仏妙音仏尿税と合賀社修正仏各王合国水光上絶素偏風三千大先生界戦上実言尿等修助等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年よシャリ本南方正解ウ日が動物妙門公仏大円見趣味動物無料精進 見物尿税統合者者主応物各応合合水工上絶相偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空毒一切小物称号年魚シャリホン裁縫世界無量重物無量相無量動物大好物大名物発想物上皇物尿税等合賀者主称各王合国水工上絶相偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空毒一切小物称号年魚シャリホン北方世界有縁見物最小音物小物日小物毛明物尿税等合賀者主小物各王合国水工上絶相偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等身税小不可思議空毒一切小物称号年魚シャリホン芸法世界牛死物名門物妙高物脱魔物報道地方物尿税等合賀者主小物各王合水工上絶相偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空毒一切小物称号年魚シャリホン情報世界ウボン動物宿能物工場物高校物現見物雑式法形言神物サラ重王物法形特物見一切義物尿臭味線尿税等合賀者主小物各王合国水工上絶相偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議空洞一切小物称号年魚シャリホツ王尿意運が公明意一切小物称号年魚シャリホツ脈全難し全用人門税小仏小説名牛行名者税小全難し全用人会一切小仏具称号年海徳風大天皇阿のくたら三脈三宝大税公舎利本尿等海と真珠が合牛小仏小説舎利脈院に異発願根発願等発願翼小阿弥陀仏国税商人と海徳風大天皇阿のくたら三脈三宝大王妃国土脈衣小脈根性脈東小税公舎利小善男子全用人脈信者応答発願消費国土舎利発尿が根者小三小不可思議空毒非小仏と薬小説が不可思議空毒にさ前言釈迦無二能異人難慶牛寺能王シャバ国土豪辱悪世公辱権辱煩悩辱修上辱名辱中毒阿のくたら三脈三宝大異小修上節税一切世南進司法シャリ本統治が王豪辱悪世行師難事徳阿のくたら三脈三宝大一切世摂氏南進司法税異人南仏摂氏教医シャリ重症ビク一切世間天にアシュラ等文部諸説寛義真珠さらいにこう仏説阿弥陀経アマンダブ Namandabu, Namandabu, Namandabu. Ganishikudoku, Byodo Seisai, Douhokun Bodaishi, Ojo, Namandavts, 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 namandavts.
Please rise if you're able to follow along with the Gatha Arigato, which is on the handout. Please remain standing for the reading of the Three Treasures 1. I will now recite the Three Treasures 1 on page 8 of the Purple Service Book. Please feel free to follow along. Three Treasures 1. Hard is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Difficult is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One, now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha, May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in the harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent and profound and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Daptsu. Namo Daptsu. Namo Daptsu. You may be seated. We will now have a children's Dharma message by Reverend Kuwahara.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. How are you? Good? Yeah, arigato. Thank you very much. Yeah, such a wonderful, people. Okay, so this is the kind of announcement for the next week. We will have a Hana Matsuri, which is a celebration of Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. According to our tradition, many Japanese Buddhist tradition, April 8th is Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday, founder of Buddhism. Yeah, so that's why we will have this, flower shrine, and then usual. Those are the, some examples of our flower shrine in the past. And then the morning of Hana Matsuri service, please come a little bit earlier than before, than usual. And then usually at the social hall, maybe courtyard, we will set up the Hanamido shrine. Okay, ありがとうございます。Okay, so today, this is my message. So I received this package. And then it says, this is from Amida Buddha, and then to Berkeley Buddhist Temple, Dharma School. So maybe, どうしようかな。Stacy says, can you come? And then, can you open this box?
Okay. All right.
And then please check inside and what's in it.
All right. Here's an object inside,
Yeah.
and it says, "The way people see the world."
Yeah.
The way people see the world.
I put some label, but this object, what's this? So this is a gift from the Buddha. Okay, the cardboard, core of the toilet paper. Yeah, this is. But as Stacy Sensei read, on the side, the way the way we see the world. So Stacy Sensei, please, look through the. Okay.
Sorry.
It's
More.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, take a look at this, pew. Okay, maybe this. Yeah. And then, how many people can you see?
I can see Blake
Uh-huh.
and Rowan and Blake and Rowan's dad, Tony. I see 3 people.
3 people. And then when you remove, and then not using this tube, how many people can you see?
I see the whole Hondo filled with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many people here today too. Okay, yeah. And then, so let me do next thing. Yeah. So now please look at me.
Oh,
Yeah,
with-
with the tube. And then what do you see?
I see Reverend Kuahara's face, his smiling face.
Okay. And then can you tell me what color my socks are?
I cannot tell.
And then
cannot.
once you remove the tube, then you can see, yeah,
They are white.
white. And then one more time, so same way, yeah. And then now I have a nenju in my hand. And then what color nenju do I have?
I don't know what color your nenju
Yeah.
is.
And then how about when you remove your tube?
I see it is blue.
Blue.ね Yeah, I have a
Beautiful blue.
blue. ね Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Stacy 先生。ありがとうございます。Yeah, please go back. ね。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. ね。So, I said this is a, this tube is a gift from the Buddha. And then on the side, the way people see the world. ね。So in our everyday life, we use our eyes ね to see things. And then based on what we see, we think, we speak, we make decisions, and then we take actions, right? But maybe our view is sometimes, narrow or limited, right? And then we miss the whole picture, big picture, right? And then what makes our, view or sight narrow or limited? ね it can be our anger, it can be our greed, or maybe our ignorance, stupidity, or maybe our, selfishness, ね and then maybe our prejudice. We may have so many things that make our, views, sight narrow or limited, right? So when we only see, small or limited part, we may take wrong decisions. We may take wrong actions, right? And that's how we cause troubles or give troubles to other people. Of course, many of us, it is important to see big picture, whole picture. But sometimes it is not easy to see everything, right? Although we know it is important. And then it is even difficult to know our eyes, sight is limited too, right? So today I said, this tube is a sort of gift from Buddha. I know, people say, I need something, better, or something, better thing, and not this, cardboard. But this is a kind of great reminder, right? Our eyes are kind of limited. Yeah. So that's why I think Buddha's teaching is sort of, kind of reminder for us to see something we miss, we overlook. So that's why I said this is a kind of, gift from the Buddha. Yeah. Blake, would you like to say something? Would you like to say something?
What? I didn't know there was toilet paper here.
Paper?
He said he didn't know there was toilet paper in the Pure Land.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That is a great question. Yeah. So today we had the Amida Kyo Sutra chanting, right? And then that sutra talks about or describes Amida Buddha's land. And then there is no, didn't mention anything about the toilet or toilet paper. Yeah. So maybe, next time we can talk about, what, are there in the, Pure Land? Yeah. Toilet or not? Yeah. That's a good, question, Blake. Thank you very much. Yeah. Anyway, so this concludes my Dharma message for Dharma School student today. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. あ、そうだ。忘れてくださいね。はい。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。ナモアミダ仏。 生んだ仏、生んだ仏、生んだ仏。はい、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. はい。
Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara, for your wonderful message for the students. Please rise if you're able to follow along with Agatha Ondoku-san 2, which is on page 220 of the Purple Service Book. Please be seated. Now we would like to welcome the following new guests. If there's any new guests, please stand up or wave when introduced. Liam Ningto. Patricia and Eric Price. And Carol Brown. Thank you. I will now read the announcements that have been submitted. Next Sunday, April 12th, we will have Hanamatsuri service. There will be a Hanamatsuri pageant presentation from the Dharma School students. Please join the service if you're able. The Jodo Shinsu Center parking will be available for the service, and the gate will open at 9 a.m. and close at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Berkeley NSU Matsuri Festival, today at 4 to 7 p.m. at the UC Berkeley Lower Sproul Plaza. Please join the Berkeley Nikkei Student Union for their annual Matsuri Festival. There'll be crafts, games, food, including takoyaki, and dancing. This is a free event and open to all. Online meditation and discussion, Wednesday, April 15th at 7 p.m. Sign up link is on our website. PSR CRCT Social, Sunday, April 19th at 2 p.m. in the Social Hall. Please join us for the Pacific School of Religions 2025-2026 Congregational Renewal Cohort T Social. You can meet some wonderful friends from other faith communities in the Bay Area, all of whom are dedicated to adapting and growing our faith communities through service and outreach. No registration is required. BBT Dharminar, monthly online study session, is Thursday, April 30th at 6:30 p.m. The topic is Amida Buddha. Sign-up link is on our website. Let's see, it's time for our Satsuki Bazaar, one day only, Sunday, May 17th from 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This year, you can find all the latest updates on our BBT Satsuki Bazaar website. The draft work schedule is out, and please respond as soon as possible if you have not yet. Pre-order barbecue steak dinner. See the website to reserve your steak dinner before May 13th. Bazaar fundraiser. We're continuing to update appliances, facilities, and more. If able, please see the website to donate. Everything is appreciated. And there's the online silent auction. The silent auction team is already working hard. Donations valued at $50 or more are greatly appreciated. The online site will be open on May 1st. Bids will be accepted through Sunday, May 17th at 3 p.m. We'll continue to provide updates. Feel free to check the website for the latest info. Okay, now students will be dismissed to their classes. Would the Dharma School students please go to the front, gasho, and go to the classroom? All others are invited to remain for the adult Dharma talk.
Thank you very much.
We will now have a Dharma talk by Reverend Kuwahara.
Okay, so before I start my Dharma message, I would like to read this passage as usual, how to listen to a Dharma message. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. I listen as if I were hearing the Dharma for the first time. I listen as if the teaching were spoken just for me. I listen as if this were my last opportunity to hear the Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So this is the first Sunday of April, and it's already April. And then, as Jeff announced, Bazaar is coming, the most important, biggest event, our temple. So please, I really appreciate all your help, support for this big event. And then I also look forward to the event itself, May. So please come and then enjoy the wonderful food, and then make a big contribution to this temple. Arigatou. Thank you very much for your support. So this is my the quote for my Dharma message today from the Kyogyo Shinsho, which is the founder, Shinran, Venerable Shinran of our tradition. It's a kind of tradition, or from generation to generation, because this is a Shotsuki service. We are here to remember our ancestors, parents, grandparents, relatives who passed away before us. And then we have some sort of a responsibility to, pass down something to the next generation. So, of course, in the Buddhist or Jodo Shinshu Buddhist context, this is Dharma or Nembu's teaching. This is my quote for my message today. So I'd like to read this passage. If you can, please put your hands together one more time. And then let me read this passage. Those who have been born first guide those who come later, and those who are born later join those who were born before. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So I came to the United States in the summer of 2003. in order to study at the IBS, Institute of Buddhist Studies, which is a graduate school of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, located next to us. Then I began to attend the Sunday service at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple from around January 2004. First, I was kind of busy, getting used to the new life in the U.S. And then, beginning, so kind of New Year's resolution. Now I kind of, go to attend the Sunday service. That's January 2024, over 20 years ago. And then in the summer of that year, there was annual Mike's Camp. We still continue this, summer, like a Sangha camp. But we call it Mike's Camp. And then at that time, I didn't have a car. I had no transportation. So a temple member kindly gave me and my wife, Hitomi-san, that time just me and Hitomi-san. We didn't have a boy at that time. So one temple member kindly provided a ride from Berkeley to, I think, Mendocino or, somewhere, that area. A long drive, about 3-hour, car drive. And then that person was, maybe some of the long-time member can recognize from this logo. So he was David Watanabe, who ran a printing company in Berkeley, Salmon Graphic. And then, I still remember his, big laugh and then, nice, kind of very cheerful personality. He helped me, Hitomi-san, a lot in many ways. So earlier today, I read his name in the Shotsuki list. And I still have, the card he printed. And then I also read the name of Sachi Yamasaki-san. And I expected Dwayne and Hansen will be here today. But Sachi Yamasaki also supported us, my family, in many ways. So she was so nice, gave us a food, kind of some, snacks, especially to my boys. She was very nice to my boys. So after graduating from the IBS, Institute of Buddhist Studies, I began working at the Jodo Shinshu Center, the building next to us, in 2007. And then in January 2018, about 11 years later, 2018 January, I was given honor to serve this wonderful temple as a supervising minister. When I was an IBS student, I never imagined that I would become a minister, this temple. And this temple has many wonderful members. And I truly, appreciate, being with you, kind of, running this temple with such a wonderful members. I'm so fortunate. And then every month when I read the names of the, our Dharma friends who passed away before us at the Shotsuki monthly memorial service, I notice many are people I knew, and people who helped me, my family a lot, and people whose funeral service I conducted. Especially for those who supported me closely, many, memories come back to my mind. When, we are busy, we sometimes forget the memorial days of important people. As a temple community, I think it is very meaningful practice to hold this memorial service every month for those who passed away in that month. So as long as this temple continues, those who passed away will continue to be remembered. So today, I would like to talk a little bit about memorial service, funeral services. Why, are these services, memorial service, funeral service, held in Buddhism or Jodo Shinshu Buddhist tradition? In many Buddhist schools, especially other than Jodo Shinshu, okay? In many Buddhist schools other than our school, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, the idea of transferring merit, sending merit is central. Okay? Sending merit is central in many other Buddhist traditions. So in other words, people try to support the deceased, so that they can become a Buddha or they can reach the Pure Land or Nirvana. So people making, offerings to the monks, people give donations to the temple, or people, perform a Buddhist practice to build, accumulate, generate merits. Then they transfer those merits to the deceased, right? In many, Buddhist traditions. So memorial services and then funeral services in those, traditions are understood in those schools in this way. And then because of this, the efforts and the contributions of the families or survivors are sought to, greatly affect the future of the deceased. Right? So those are the kind of basic ideas of the meaning, significance of memorial and funeral services in many other Buddhist traditions. Now let me talk about Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, our school. In our Jodo Shinshu school, we don't think or understand those services this way. This is because Amida Buddha, also behind the screen, Amida Buddha made a great vow, great resolution to free all beings from samsara, life of suffering, and then bring them to Buddhahood. So by appreciating this Buddha's aspiration, great vow, by entrusting ourselves to Buddha's compassionate benevolence, and then simply, saying Namo Amida Butsu with gratitude, our liberation from samsara and our attainment of Buddhahood are already fulfilled, completed. So this is the basic teaching of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, or teaching of Amida Buddha. So this teaching is very different, from other Buddhist traditions, teachings of other Buddhism, where, people must make efforts, or people must accumulate merits for revelation or enlightenment. So in the Jodo Shinshu Buddhist tradition, the working effort of Amida Buddha is central. So that's why this teaching sometimes characterized as other power, teaching of other power. And then also because everything is fulfilled or prepared simply by, prepared, and then we just entrust ourselves to Buddha's care or Buddha's preparation. So that's why this path is called the easy path, easy practice, especially compared with other, Buddhist tradition required practitioners, spending or dedicating whole life to the Buddhist, practice. Then why do we have memorial services or funeral services in the Jodo Shinshu tradition? So in our tradition, it's for us. It's for us who are living here to encounter the compassionate embrace, aspiration, care, guidance of Amida Buddha. For many people, the questions of what happens after, we die. For some people, this question is very serious, important, and even challenging, right? And then, pure in the Buddhist tradition, we teach that we are freed. We are freed from this world of samsara, life of challenging difficulties. And then we can become a Buddha. And this revelation is already completed by Amida Buddha. And we simply trust ourselves to this compassionate working, effort, preparation by Buddha. So in this way, we can, face this, big challenge, difficult question of death, end of life. And then, but we can, with this, guidance, this teaching, we can live our lives with sort of peace of mind. So the teaching that life does not end in nothingness. Life does not end just for nothing. But life, the end of our life becomes start of a new life as a Buddha. I think this teaching is very assuring and full of hope. So, in practical sense, we attend memorial services and then funeral services to remember the deceased. Our friend passed away, and then we express our gratitude, appreciation to them. But from a religious standpoint or view, especially Jodo Shinshu Buddhist tradition, our perspective, these services are also important occasion for each of us to seriously reflect upon our own life and then death, end of life. So, in fact, we can say the deceased are giving us this opportunity. Through these services, memorial service, funeral service, they are, those people who passed away before us, they are giving us, to think, guiding us to think deeply about our own life in this impermanent world. Right? So that's why in the Jodo Shinshu Buddhist tradition, we always read White Ashes. You have this, purple service book. So when you open, if you open page 146, you can find this passage of, White Ashes. So, if you, when you, briefly, quickly read through this passage, this is a kind of half-page short letter. This is originally letter sent out from the leader of our tradition to one of the members. So it talks about the reality of impermanence. The reality of impermanence. Young, old, doesn't matter. Nobody knows tomorrow. The page is 146. The page 146. So the reason why in our tradition we always, especially funeral service, memorial service, read this White Ashes means we try to introduce, share, or awaken us the reality of impermanence. So that we can think seriously about, my life, my own life, how to live this limited, precious life. So that is the kind of meaning, significance of leading White Ashes in the funeral service. But in other Buddhist traditions, funeral service, memorial services are something something the living do for the deceased. Right? We survivors do something for the deceased. But the Jodo Shinshu tradition, again, it's opposite. Those services are the precious spiritual gift from the deceased to us. So that's why Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, these services, understood for us survivors, for the living. So speaking personally, I hope many people will attend my funeral when I die. I don't know when I will die, but when I die, please come to my funeral service. And I already have a plan. Okay, so I will invite ministers with a beautiful voice chanting to recite the sutra, right? So that people can experience the beauty of Jodo Shinshu chanting and ritual, right? And I also plan to invite my favorite ministers, speakers, to share their wonderful Dharma messages. I believe their messages will, touch your heart. And at the same time, I would prefer to keep eulogy and maybe personal history short, or even I can skip them, so that the service does not become too long. Sometimes funeral service, 1.5 or 2 hours. I know people don't like that. So that's why I try to make my service short, cutting those elements. And then I hope my funeral will be a service where people can encounter the beauty and the depth of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. In this way, I can feel it can become my way of expressing gratitude to everyone, and then providing a Dharma occasion. And after the service, this is very important, eating portion, right? So I'd like to serve nice, wonderful, fancy food, so that people who attend, service can feel satisfied, both in body and heart. So that's kind of my plan for my funeral service. I already have. I know some people already prepared will. But I think it is also meaningful to think about our own funeral service too, planning this way. That is also another important part to think about my own death, end of life. And then I just talked about the funeral service, memorial service, and then our tradition, especially Japanese Buddhist tradition, we have another important thing: makuragyo. Makuragyo is a Japanese word. Translation would be like a bedside, bedside service. So this service is held just before or just after a person passes away. Usually it is held after death because, we don't know when, the end of life comes, right? I feel grateful that I'm often invited to this bedside or makuragyo service before a person passes away. As a Buddhist, it is a time to express gratitude to the Buddha and the teaching of Buddha Dharma that have supported our life, right? Occasion to express our appreciation to the Buddha and the guidance. And it is also a moment to express thanks, appreciation, gratitude to our family members, and then gently help them prepare. And then at the same time, using with our own body existence, we can show the truth, reality of impermanence. So that's why I think this makuragyo is very, very important, spiritually, religiously, very meaningful, important. So I have learned so much from seeing or witnessing people face the end of life, with the Buddha Dharma. And then some people kind of nicely, recite the Nembutsu, Namandabutsu. Usually that would be the last, Buddhist chanting sutra. So I usually, chant the Jusege, because many people hear the Jusege Sutra chanting most in your, maybe Buddhist life. So maybe at the last service, I usually chant the Jusege, try to invite people together. So if you ever, need a service of makuragyo, please feel free to contact me or temple office anytime, even at the night time. I'm here at the temple for that purpose. So the Buddha Dharma, especially the teaching of Amida Buddha, helps us live our life more deeply, meaningfully, or strongly, or more hopefully. Right? So today we read the three treasures. Three treasures is kind of expressing our joy of encountering the Buddha Dharma. Right? I think this Buddha Dharma has a great gift, wonderful guidance to make our life deep, meaningful. So that's why reading, three treasures, we reaffirm our joy or kind of appreciate this encounter of the Dharma guidance. So I hope we will continue to listen to the Dharma and then live our, everyday life deeply and strongly together with the wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. So this is my Dharma message today. So to conclude my Dharma message, so Shinran Shonin, Venerable Shinran, he really appreciated, enjoyed the guidance of Amida Buddha. So that's why, so this is the very last phrase, words of his main work of Kyogyo Shinsho. After he wrote a really long, book of Kyogyo Shinsho, and then he concludes with these words. So this is kind of his wish for readers, for us, to kind of follow and then follow or join this tradition of appreciating receiving Amida Buddha's guidance. So let me read this passage. If you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. Those who have been born first guide those who come later, and those who are born later join those who are born before. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. So now I'd like to have a kind of time for comment and a question or whatever. So this funeral memorial service, I'm sure you have questions or comment. Anything? Yes, please.
How do you reach enlightenment?
How do we reach the enlightenment?
Yeah.
So our tradition, Buddha's guidance or Buddha's care, Buddha brings us to our destination. So sometimes I use this analogy or example. Okay, so we are now in the Bay Area or maybe Berkeley. So how do we go to San Diego? Right? Yeah. So if our destination is San Diego, if we want to get there as soon as possible, probably take our airplane is the fastest kind of way. So we may go to kind of choice of going to Oakland Airport, or maybe we can go to SFO, or we can go to even go down to San Jose Airport and then take a flight and then fly to San Diego, or maybe we can take a Amtrak all the way down to San Diego, or we can take a Greyhound long distance bus, or we can take a Uber. I don't know, Uber driver take this kind of a request, door to door, Berkeley, or the way down to San Diego, or hitchhike is possible, or if you are healthy enough, you can just walk down to San Diego. So this is where we are, and then we know our destination, and then there are many different choices, methods to get there, and then Buddhism is something like that. So sometimes Buddha Dharma, Buddhist path teachings described 84,000 Dharma gates. 84,000 Dharma gates. It's a huge number, right? And that means Dharma gates means there are many entrances and then path or road after this entrance. But all those paths leading to the same destination, becoming a Buddha, attaining enlightenment. And then each path is different. So some paths, maybe we make an effort, kind of practice, accumulate virtue, and then gradually we kind of approach, go closer to the destination, Buddha, enlightenment. And then our tradition, Buddha's care, kind of like a airplane, just get on the on board, and then airplane take us to the destination, or like an Uber too, like a door to door. But on the same other approach, we can kind of walk or bicycle, making our physically effort
can go to the destination. So there are many different ways how to get there. So this is kind of my response to your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. ありがとう. Any other comments? At the Berkeley Buddhist Temple, we have a wonderful system. I mean, a funeral service. I know many people first time don't know what to do. But just please contact the temple office, and then we have a wonderful team. FAC, funeral arranging committee. We have a wonderful members, committee members, who know what to do, how to do. And then we have a meeting, and then we coordinate the funeral memorial service with our family members, and then me, and then this FAC committee. And then so I think this temple can provide wonderful support to move forward or prepare a memorial service, funeral service. I know this is a really serious matter. Some people don't want to think about death. But I think temple is a special place. To me, special in that, in our everyday life, we are busy, so many things to do. But there are many things we cannot avoid, we cannot escape. Like Shakyamuni Buddha pointed out, like aging, getting sick, and then dying. Those are the kind of unavoidable reality, but brings us a lot of stress, anxiety, difficulties to think about, to deal with those things. So I think temple is a place where we can kind of openly, casually talk, think about. And then so that, with this kind of a process, discussing, thinking, listening to the Dharma, then we can gradually, getting used to those serious questions. And then we can know how to, handle, deal with those, challenging, matters, issues in our life in a better way. So that's why I think this temple is a special place. Daijoubu? Any other? Willie, daijoubu? Anything else?
I don't like the attention.
Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't point you. Okay, anyway, so this concludes my Dharma message. I'll be at the social hall. If you have any kind of specific or personal question, please let me know. ありがとうございました。はい。So now I would like to say thank you to people who have made today's service possible. First, I'd like to say thank you to Jeff for being a wonderful chairperson. ありがとうございました。Thank you, Jeff. And then thank you, Tara, for being a minister's assistant to assist me today's service. ありがとうございました。Thank you, Tara. And then thank you, live streaming team, for your help during today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました。Thank you. And then thank you, Dharma School teachers and the student parents. Because of you, we can have a Dharma School education here at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. And then thank you, Emiko-san, for playing a beautiful piano. Thank you, Emiko-san. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, April Toba monthly group, for your help preparing the refreshments, which is very, very important for the service portion. Thank you very much for your hard work in the social hall. ありがとう。はい。So this concludes today's service. Thank you everyone who joined the service today in person and then virtually. ありがとうございました。So next week is a Hana Matsuri. Please come and enjoy, celebrate Shakyamuni Buddha's birth. ありがとうございました。